Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready, ready. We own it. We own it. Now.
They begin with a run by Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Campbell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
And an alley to run. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got room. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. First down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3rd and long for Rivers. Caught by Jones. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
22 jet bomber. Fire.
Looking to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Cameron Jordan. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now Brown. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Forced out to his left. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Rivers to throw this time. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, Stu. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. He finds Coates complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
50, here we go. 50 for the bench. Quit talking about it and bring it.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Campbell, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and score. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you all...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
General West.
Back to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to sling this deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Now, this game certainly has some historical ties. These two teams met way back in Super Bowl VI, played at Tulane Stadium in New Orleans, Dallas getting the victory. First title for the Cowboys. They've won 4 more since, but that next season was when Miami had the perfect season, still the only undefeated campaign in league history, as they capped it with a win over Washington at Super Bowl VII in Los Angeles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. He's got Evans. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, Rivers. Looking downfield for Jones. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 17, Cowboys 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away, it's Tavecchio.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it again with Smith. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. It's complete to Cruz. And
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Trey Mo, and welcome to Superstar KO. All right, let's get it in. Want to play by yourself? Hit 1v1. You and a buddy? Hit 2v2. Or if you're really trying to squad up, hit that 3v3, and let's get it poppin'.
so long getting